Okay, we'll bring this meeting to order. First thing to review and approve the minutes of last meeting.
I move that they be accepted as printed.
I second it. Good.
You got my message.
Next thing, we're gonna approve the warrant.
I move that we approve the warrants, payroll and, bills.
Second it.
Yeah, I just know that either. Many thanks. Okay. Next thing we had was Cumberland County Assessor, but he's running late, so we'll bring the planning board appointment up next. Joe, you interested in continuing?
Yeah, I guess so.
We have the paperwork for that.
In here. I could be talked out of it awfully easily. I move that we appoint Joe Pierce.
I'll second that.
Let's see. My new term, yes. All in favor?
Yep.
Thank you.
Stuck for another 5 years, Joe.
Something to look forward to.
The next thing we have is a Reynolds family here.
Yes. It's about the Reynolds Quality Construction Tax that appeared in 2018. And I've been going back and forth since 2018 with this, so I needed to show proof we weren't in business at that time. I got proof of emails that I've sent to the assessor's office. I made phone calls right when it happened, everything from 2018 to now. Every letter. And it never showed up prior to that or since then. So I went to Suzette, who's been doing my taxes now for over 15 years, and she did it the whole time we were in business.
We got a date right here.
And I did address it when it first popped up. I called and was told to call the assessors, then I was told to call back to town, and then I was told it would be abated, taken care of, don't worry about it. And then it showed up again in the next tax year bill, so I called again, I sent an email back to the assessors again, and it went back and forth. And then finally I got a hold of her again, because it's showing up again, and, I talked to Robin in May, and then never heard back, but I guess Ben told her, what he told me when I called him is something about it being 2 years old, that I have to go back to the town selectmen in order to get this taken care of.
It gets complicated, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he said it could be, he doesn't know if it can be done because of the age of it or whatever, but like I told him, I've been going back and forth and had assumed it was pretty much taken care of.
Well, according to him, what he's telling us here is that we can't abate it, so we'll just have to write it off. So, I move that we write it off.
That's second time. You've been through enough with this.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't the money, it's like, I felt like if I paid it for a tax, that it would indicate I was in business also that year in the town of Baldwin. So, do you want, to keep that, or a copy of that, or?
Yeah, we get, Robert to make a copy of it.
Okay, you have it for your records as
Yep.
well. Well, no, I think it's miscommunication, one saying to this, one assuming
Yeah,
thought
well,
you probably did, and
We had a problem with collecting personal property taxes, which in essence is business equipment taxes, and, our records were a bit of a mess for many years. And, when we brought Cumberland County on board, we started cleaning things up, and, you got cleaned up, I guess.
Yeah. I said, well, how do you even know? I mean, we weren't even in business in 2018. I think we Googled businesses on the internet or something. I said, oh, okay. Because I was trying to figure out how do you even get there in the first place. It was nothing before, nothing after.
And they don't get cleaned up.
That's okay. Thank you.
It looks like we got egg on our face, so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
Looks like
even
it
got
is.
every town report.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you.
You're loaded.
You're a little bit.
She's very clever.
I was told I had a type A personality, and my job would love me, but my family would hate me.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Bring it to our attention.
Yeah.
Sorry for the
Thank you.
change.
Yeah. Wasn't easy. What? Long-winded for her.
Okay, the next thing, we got the Brian Buzzer property. How we doing?
I'm here to see if the town would be willing to let Brian get the land back if the back taxes were paid. Cause it's basically under the town now, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
And I wondered if, I don't know what the taxes are, but I have somebody that's gonna help me come up with the money to pay the back taxes, that way we can go in and get it cleaned up.
The back taxes, I think, right now are, well, probably $4,200 thereabouts. A year ago, we talked with Brian and had an agreement that he was gonna come make $400 a month payment and clean the place up, and he would give you a, quitclaim deed. And, essentially, we've got the same thing going, is, you can pay the back taxes, clean it up, and then we'll give you the quitclaim deed after it's cleaned up.
Yep.
So, you can come pay Deb.
Yeah, she'll have to figure them for you.
Yeah, she'll have to
Well,
pay.
I'll have to, I need the amount so I can get the money and I'll have to come back, okay?
Yeah, well, you have to go talk to her and she'll give you the numbers.
She's here till 7 tonight.
What's that?
She's right across the hall.
Okay.
till 7.
And, say, pay the taxes, call us when you're ready for an inspection, and we'll come out and take a look. And when the inspection is through, then we'll process a quitclaim deed.
Okay.
I have just one question. Hi, I'm Cindy Kelly, and I'm friends with Scott. What is required for the cleanup? Is it just debris, or is it actually, do the trailers need to be removed? Is that what's considered cleanup, or just the debris that's in the yard?
Well, my understanding was one of the trailers is gonna be used for a residence?
It's not anymore, I don't believe it's inhabitable right now.
They should be taken away. Yep,
Thank you.
everything taken away.
Yep, yep, okay, that's it, so I can get paperwork from,
Debbie, I'll show you.
okay. Thank you, Dwight.
Thank you.
We dropped the key.
Thank you. Don't go too far.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time, thank you.
Thank you. Too hard for her.
Okay, because you said you
I
had
am.
some sort of a formula.
There is a
Don't know, you might.
formula.
Next thing on the list here is Baldwin Comprehensive Plan Update Review Council. Revised.
I guess that's me. Here it is.
That's the one where we added West on it, right?
Yeah, we've added US to the, Comprehensive Plan Update Review Council.
Very good. Good. Now, you're on that too, Joe, right?
No,
No.
no, he's on the other group.
Today I sat down and I read that comprehensive plan, all 45 pages of it.
And you stayed awake.
Yeah, well, I took a couple naps, I'll tell you. But I was interested when I was reading and stuff, you know, it brought back a lot of memories and stuff.
There's some interesting subtle things in there. Like, that we aren't to have a, public water system, for instance. It was there were things put in there to make it harder for development to come into Baldwin.
That shows. I hope this new one we do, there's some graphs and stuff in there, I hope we have graphs and stuff on this new one we're doing.
Graphs are easier to read.
They are, but they stand out. You know, and when you see a little thing this high and one this high, and you read in between and stuff, it shows you a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of information.
So when's the first meeting on this one? We haven't decided
I
yet.
think everybody's meeting on the 4th.
August 4th,
Yes.
both committees.
Matt just put out an email, and I think everybody's invited to the first one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because in Sand Pond Committee meeting he's got that from 3 to 5, and Sand Pond Committee meeting starts at 6:30 on the same day.
3 to 5, okay.
Ben called for me to put an ad in the paper for the Sand Pond Committee meeting today.
Yeah.
So it'll go in the day before the meeting, but I have posted it on the website and Facebook page to give adequate
Okay.
time in terms of posting the public meeting. Should I put something out here, like a written posting
Yeah,
for people to
yeah,
see?
sure.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. A busy day.
And the next thing we got is the tax exemption information for the website, been amended.
We posted it, a month or so ago, but some of the information has changed, and the new LD 290 is since come into effect, so this is just to post the new stuff, that's all, nothing signed. And did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
No, pretty straightforward.
Yeah. got the River Road realignment agreement.
Fine. So, the notary needs to notarize, I guess. But I move that we sign it.
I'll second it. Okay.
Now, this is, what day is today? 26. Date of July.
Next thing is the welcome involvement signs. They finally made contact, Robin made contact with Sebago Signs and stuff, and it's looking like the end of September, when the two signs are gonna be delivered and installed. So at least we know something about that now. Sanborn meeting is Thursday, August 4th. And like you said, that comprehensive plan meeting is also on the same day from 3 to 5. So that'll be, it'll be just like in submarines, it'll be hot sacking these chairs here.
Now, I thought I had on here, but the 3rd is the homeschoolers are meeting here.
Third, on the third.
Homeschoolers.
They do, kind of like their review stuff with the state
Oh,
and all of that.
what time is that?
I think it's 1 to 4. Did I have it on that? Oh, no, that's July.
Yeah.
I'll confirm that. I think it's 1 to 4. On the calendar over here. Michelle Colony hosts it.
Oh, yeah.
She's a very strong supporter of homeschooling.
Yeah.
She's done all the kids.
Yay, homeschoolers 1 to 4. So they all get together and, there's some sort of a review process and they have to make copies of all their documents.
Oh, yeah.
Bob, you got anything over?
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, we met with the fire department yesterday, and, the fire department was strongly in favor of building one fire station. If I read that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the next step we need to do with regard to the fire department study is to hold an informational meeting with the town. Just get a sense if that's what people wanna do, and we gotta see if we can tie that to the TIF.
Mm-hmm.
summertime, hard to get people together, but I think, you know, something in 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna be behind power.
Should we, there's 3 options, that's one of them. Should we present something about the other 2 options to the taxpayers and let them decide which option they would like to vote for?
Good. You can, yeah.
Then, because the taxpayers shot that down, at least that'd give us another 2 options to go with. And maybe we won't burn so much, I don't know. I think if there's other options, it should be, the public should know about it.
Yeah, so the other option was, to build 2 fire stations,
2 smaller ones, yeah.
yeah, and then what's the third one?
To build a central station, but leave the North Baldwin with like 1 truck up there.
Yeah, we can, tell them what all the options are. I mean, the study is there for people to read, and, we need to be able to discuss it, and, know the pros and cons of all of them.
Yeah, right.
So,
It's gonna be culture shock for some people.
yeah, no, it's
Hi.
going to be difficult.
But yeah. You know, you're talking $2.5, $3 million. So,
It's a shock to me. That's a lot of money.
it's a lot of money.
Sounds like my residence in Belmont.
Yeah, but they're saying, oh, 20 million, that's okay.
Well, they put in value on their houses.
Did you do my son's house yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all little.
So I don't know, what do you think, something on a Saturday or something on a Tuesday night?
I think it's gonna break the controversy.
Uh-huh. We wanna give people time to read things. I was thinking something like middle of August. So there's a selectmen's workshop on the 16th. We can notice that and give people time to come in and talk about it.
How many people do you think are gonna read that fire department study though?
I have no idea.
You know, I think it's gonna be very limited.
It's there for them to read.
Yeah, it is.
What if we were to reference that in an ad?
Well, we do, we need to do an ad, we need to.
Yeah.
You gotta advertise it.
And,
Oh, yeah, yeah, please read the,
Yeah, because it's available on the website, plus we've got some copies here.
yeah. Would be very much advised to go through and read the comprehensive plan for the fire department.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's shoot for the 16th workshop. And hopefully we'll get some kind of direction, but
So you're looking to have the public meeting the night of the workshop, or instead of the workshop?
it's an information meeting, so
Information meeting,
it's
okay.
not a vote on anything, but just to get feedback from the
Yeah.
townspeople.
Right,
I'll write up an ad.
okay, so that would go out next week,
Yeah.
would be the, next Wednesday would be the first publication.
So the other, proposal that we have is the 19 Dearborn Road. And, we've talked about it before, and I think at the last meeting we deferred any action. I don't see the fire department here, but I would recommend that we, have the place burned down by the fire department if they'll do it. It's unsafe for people inside. And,
We do own it now, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Just wanna make it clear that when something might happen or some loophole that, oh, you don't own it, why'd you burn my house down?
No, Mr. Libby had asked that he be allowed to make payments, but my understanding is that he's just now trying to get a job, trying to get enough money to get a cell phone. I went in the registry of deeds and I don't know what's going on there, but it looks like he's been foreclosed by his mortgage on the other house. So I'm not sure that he really has the wherewithal to clean the place up. And the town's gonna have to invest some money to clean it up. It's a mess back there.
Mm-hmm.
The whole place is a dump. So, in addition to destroying the house to keep people out of it, we're gonna have to get somebody in to clean it up. There's piles of tires and trash all around. There's boats and various bits of trash. It's just amazing. So,
Are there people currently living there and campers?
there was somebody there in a camper, yep, and, but they're not, renting.
So they're trespassing,
Trespassing on town property. We haven't posted a no trespassing sign, but that's one thing we need to do, Wes. We need to post no trespassing signs up at 19 Dearborn Road.
Okay.
do we need to condemn it?
Yeah,
So do we have any signs that says condemned too?
we need to make sure that nobody gets in the house, so we need to put a sign on the door.
Okay, so, I'll tell Keith to clear out the house,
Out of the house, and he should clear his trailer out.
start looking for another place,
Yep,
okay? And put signs up there,
yep,
no entrance to the house and no trespassing on land,
yep.
okay?
Just put an electronic tracer on that, camper.
So they don't come back
So
down
it
the
could go
wall
in
or
another
something.
empty lot somewhere, yeah.
Just to formalize that, I move that we, evict the squatters, that we destroy the house and we clean up the property at 19 Dearborn Road.
I'll second that.
What else you got?
We're gonna select a CEO tonight,
In the executive session?
okay?
Yeah.
The other thing is I've been looking at the Ampion, bills that we're receiving. They're supposed to be giving us 15% off on our electricity. There's another easy way to get a reduced rate on our electricity, and that's go to the general offer. The standard offer. We're signed up with Ambit, and their rates are higher than the general offer.
Yeah.
So, you're looking for them, I think they're all in the back.
So I noticed there was two of them this time, from Ambien, right?
Yeah, well, Ambien, but there's if you look at the bills, it says that we're getting our electricity from Ambit, which is a Texas company. I think they're just a paper shuffling company and charge you a little extra. When I first moved to Baldwin, I signed up because it was something new. You could, sign up for your energy supplier, And I did it twice, and both times I got a lower rate for about 6 months to a year, and then they boosted it up past what the general offer was. And I just figured,
Yeah.
why? So I move that we go back to the standard offer on our electrical bills.
I'll second that.
You save a few bucks, and might as well save it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll figure out what it takes to make that happen. So, somehow we've gotta get the word to CMP to,
Mm-hmm.
or Ambit to get rid of them, I'm not sure. There's gonna be a way to turn them off, so.
How will that work with this Ampion? Will they go along for the ride back to CMP, or does that like null and void any contractual agreement with them?
Ampion works for the CMP bill. So whoever's getting, CMP is billing, that's what we'll work with, so we'll be fine.
We can't forget Ben.
Get Jimmy first.
I've got them if you wanna, I don't have anything, I'm all set.
Well, looks like you got the floor.
Well, hello. Apologize for being late, and it was fun going about 7 miles an hour from Smiling Hill Farms all the way to Gore.
Traffic, huh?
That's it, yeah. I did wanna touch on real quick, we did have some flyers out there, I know, it looked like Robin printed them up, and they were put out by the front door on LD 290, which is the smash it through law that, so you can freeze your tax bill for those that are over 65. I've seen it come through today, I haven't had time to review, but I see, Main Revenue Service has now put out the application, and the guidance document. So I'll forward that, Robin, to you probably tomorrow, at some point. I'll get it out to the towns. But it's effective as of August 8th. And, we'll see how it plays out.
I saw you on the news talking about that.
Yeah, that was an impromptu, hey, can we interview you? I'm like, oh, sure. So tonight, I am here to talk about you guys choose a mill rate. So I've got 3 different options there for you. And that was one of that. Same 3 options for you. I'm sure I don't have any extra paper on this one. Same 3 options for you. So the 3 options right now, everything all plugged in here for the tax rate calc sheet, are $12.40 with an overlay of $48,294.48. $12.41, get there, with an overlay of $50,181.52. And $12.42 with an overlay of $52,068.55.
Yeah. They look to me like they're all within, they're close.
Mm-hmm.
But what's that? That's, 1241, 1242, 1243, or no, 1240, 41, 42.
Yeah.
I would move that we go with, the high option. With the overlay of 52,068.
Yeah.
Just for some added information, I did the calculation as well for, so each penny, just if you wanted to look at these 3 different penny on the mill rate equals about $1 on the average person tax bill per 100,000.
I mean, it doesn't make a lot of difference in terms of amount of overlay, but it's, $4,000 between the lowest and the highest. And,
I'll second that, Noel.
Bring to a vote.
Very good. Typically, we'd do, one night, we'd have you choose a mill rate, we'd balance and come back and do the, commitment. We're balanced, so I have the commitment. So, the mill rate is $12.42. Try to mark everywhere where you guys are gonna need to sign. Wait, so you wanna make sure that these
Okay.
numbers match. This is a tax for commitment.
Yep.
That's what you're gonna end up with. Just after everything else, you're welcome to look at and make sure it lines up. It wouldn't come to that number without it being right.
Okay.
Yep. There's 5 or 6 places you need to sign.
When are these taxes going to be due?
The, first bill will come out when,
August sometime, right?
well, I think when the bill comes out the end of August.
I'm going from memory, but I believe it was September, because of the way you guys voted, did we do, September 26th?
Yeah.
Yes. Or the whole thing, but you're welcome to pay the other half in the spring, right?
I'm just paying to get behind me.
Yeah.
Good job.
No, demo?
Yep, looks like you did.
Okay.
Yep, and this.
Well, Ben, you said you were thinking about running for selectman?
Oh, I did, I didn't get
Didn't
it.
make it?
No, I didn't put a sign out either, so that probably didn't help, but. Say I smartened up halfway through the. I wasn't sure where I was gonna find the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you more guidance tomorrow on LD 290, because that's all new and the assessors are all out there going,
Well, we just posted, or just agreed to post an updated thing on the website, so I think we'll hold off and update it again.
There's still some uncertainty in there, where the money's coming from the state.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Here comes the state, yeah.
This is not, it has no income level.
None?
We're now assessing people, not property. It's a billing issue in my opinion. I don't know what they ended up kind of coming out with. I was trying to slam everything together to get up here. I haven't had a chance to read it, but, yeah, you know I have an opinion on it, so you'll be hearing from me next time I read it. It's gonna be a chore for somebody,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's gonna be a full-time job, depending on how many applications you have. You think about it.
Hypothetical, what I had the other night was,
Like, get rid of
what
this
happens
stuff.
if you stabilize your taxes and then the taxes go down?
It looked like they addressed that in there.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I think they did.
Well, still a question, you know, the program, it looks good to start, but it's running.
The intent, yeah, I mean, I'm not shy. The intent, probably decent intent, not the way to go about it by any means, you know, it's very faulty. All right, that was quick and painless.
Have you got Falmouth done now? Or you still
We're
working?
still going, Falmouth, yeah, we're at the point where impact notices hit, so everybody's now seeing the new values. And, yeah, so I'm here with Falmouth and we're dealing with that, you know, that whole, hey, it's not fair. And I also have Gorham going like 2 weeks behind it, so I'm also trying to pay attention to Gorham. and get that ready for the impact notices and clean up all the messes and everything that we gotta look at too, so. I'm busy. Actually, I was in the office at 4:45 this morning. So this is a job. But,
Then you have to come in.
all right, I'll make copies of that and pass it to Deb. You guys are welcome to do what you want with that.
Okay.
And I'm good. Was there any questions you had for me about anything? I don't see you as often as I used to.
You're just a phone call away anyway.
Yeah. Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Oh, Ben, I have here an original tree growth application. I had emailed that.
Okay.
Or scanned it. Do you want the original tonight?
Sure. Is it in the mailbox? Inbox?
I still be on my desk.
Yeah, we did come up and grab everything that you guys had, because we had a lot of records missing, so we just want to get them all in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, you get anything?
No, I don't know.
Nothing at all?
No.
Kathy?
Just to mention that the Brown Memorial Library's annual book fair is on Saturday, August 13th, and we're setting up the tent on the day before. We'll put everything out on the tables on Saturday morning. It's just we have less people, it's harder to do, and we're just trying to spread it out a little bit. Seems to be a way to go. So meanwhile, several of us are picking up raffle prizes. If you know anybody that has something they'd like to donate, or if they want raffle tickets, just give me a call.
So we set up on the 12th?
Yep.
What time?
Probably around
9 a.m.
about 9 in the morning. It's not really hard to do. It really takes 4 people with somebody scurrying around for bits and pieces. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, we need 6.
6 works really well, yes.
We're not getting younger every year.
No, that's for sure.
Yep. But we are getting help from the water tower folks,
Oh.
Yeah.
so that's gonna help.
Good, yeah.
At least 2 able bodies,
Yeah,
so that's a
Yeah.
big help.
maybe if they have some guests up there, they'll join.
Absolutely.
Like they did with the yard sale.
Right, right.
I get a funeral one of those days, so I might be tied up for a little while.
So it's Friday though, at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes. Yep.
I'm sorry,
Oh, that's okay. So the Brown Memorial Library's book fair,
book fair.
August 13th, Saturday.
And what was on the 12th?
Set up the tent, 9 o'clock. And the book fair is 9 to 3.
Joe?
Nope, all set, thanks.
All right. Wes?
It's been happening, but I've got a thought or a comment to make about the fire department. I read that evaluation plan, and there was a section about, coverage in the town is rated, and the insurance company has that factor to rate into what the premium is. One, the recommendation says 2 fire stations cover the town better. I think it was one of the stations within 5 miles of residents and whatnot. But I also wonder if the insurance companies ever factor it in.
Yeah.
And the second thing is curiosity. This is a story. I had a wonderful Boy Scout master, Al Knapp. This was back in the 50s. He was also fire chief for the fire department in Wethersfield, Connecticut, which once Philadelphia disbanded their volunteer fire department, Wethersfield was the oldest volunteer fire department in the nation. He was fire chief for years and years and years, and he also started the rescue unit down there. But he came up with a factor one time, and it's basically how many miles are traveled per year by the fire engines to go to fires, and how much time from the time the alarm went off to the time they arrived. And it figured out that a fire engine making it to the scene with the time spent, average 26 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it takes time.
Yeah.
To get to the station, get the engine, and get it going, and get it, so on and so forth. So, that's just a thought.
The other thought is, we have, I think, 8 or 9 firemen
Yeah,
in the town of Alden,
low, yeah.
very low, and some of those work elsewhere and whatnot, so.
Now, today, I was reading that comprehensive plan in 1990, in West Baldwin, there was 9, in East Baldwin, there was 20.
Yeah.
You know, that's how much we've lost.
Yeah, I was on fire department in 1980 to 83. And, yeah, there's only a few there, and I assume, you know, a couple of the station get the vehicles, but everybody else goes right to the scene. You know, it's the same how we operated in a rescue unit, whoever lived closest, was first responder, go right to the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting what comes out of some of this stuff.
What was that?
It's going to be interesting what comes out of some of this
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
some of these studies.
In equipment and storage and working efficiency is one station, but in response, you would think maybe spread it out would be a better response. It's hard to know.
They're also figuring into the, an automatic response from Sebago, which is only 3 miles from North Baldwin.
Yeah.
And Standish is only a couple miles from East Baldwin, Cornish is a couple miles from
Yeah.
West Baldwin.
I know when I was on, the other towns helping was, when we went to a fire, they would come to the station to cover, just in case there was another call at the same time.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Anything else, Wes?
Nope.
I guess we're all set, yeah.
Robin,
Robin, yeah.
I'm good, thank you.
You sure?
Yep,
I always miss you.
No, she's on site,
What's that?
she's on site.
Down here where
Well, it's okay, I'm pretty boisterous, if I have something to say.
We want to have something to say, you speak up.
I do, yes.
Well, I move we go to into executive session
I'll second
for personnel matters.
Yeah. MSRA section 405, 6A, to discuss personnel matters.